Hey guys, and welcome back to PXH, also known as PureXHeart. Chris here, as usual, back again with another album review. And guys, as always, make sure you guys hit down that like button onto this video, and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album, and also what you guys want me to review, whether it be in the past, future, present. You guys put it in all those comments, and I will get to it. Don't forget to check out the TeeSpring store, and also the podcast that we have. A little bit more on that a little bit later. But let's, as always, get into it. Still God, Still Good is the latest release from the Hope UC Nashville Church band, otherwise known as Here Be Lions. And the reason why that name is kind of a little bit of importance for their church is, well, one, it's a worship band, so guess what? It's a worship album. But two, it is also the church for a very other famous worship leader by the name of Darlene Sesiuk. I think so. Again, with these worship pastors having weird names, these Christian artists having like some weird names. I know I butchered that name, that's okay. So anytime it's going to be mentioned. Potentially. Maybe. I don't know. But her and her husband, Mark, are the global senior pastors there. And so this is kind of their band. She actually did a song that's actually on this album called I Speak Jesus. For those that are actually really looking for Darlene on this album, you guys will be disappointed for that. For those that are just looking for a worship band or maybe some new songs to sing in church, especially if you have a male lead vocalist, then these are your songs. Or even if you don't have male lead vocalists, it doesn't really matter. Some songs aren't really gender specific. A lot of worship songs aren't really gender specific because they're singing to the one and true God. Then you don't really need a gender-specific song. Yes, I know, with tone and all that stuff, blah da da, meh meh meh. But yeah, with this album, it's good. You know, it's not the greatest worship album I've actually ever heard of. There's that, but it's enjoyable at the least. I do enjoy a lot of the songs. The first song, which is really where this direction of almost worship music is kind of taken, is at where it's more of a folk worship, like bellow out with these guys, you know, belling out of these amazing choruses. Is this but this raspy type of voice, like from last year with Elevation Worship, and you hear it really heavily on this album, especially the first song, which is called Let It Out. And it's basically this, it kind of makes sense to have a more of a boom type of voice for that type of song, like a more of a yelling. There's some instance where it's just like whenever the lead singer for this band, Dustin Smith, he went out. I mean, this guy went out, and I really enjoy that. Okay, there's sometimes where it's just like, you know, you just hear the Holy Spirit move, and you're just praising God. So it's like, why not? Why not? You know, just give it all that you have to praise God. That's fine. A lot of people may find that a little bit of annoying. So if you guys don't like more of a huge boom in your face, then it's probably not going to be the song for you. Maybe some of these songs will maybe turn you off just because it has that type of boom in the voice and a little bit of a raspy type of voice. That's fine. That's understandable. Music preferences are sometimes different with a lot of things. Title track of this album, I actually really enjoy. It's like one of the best songs on here. It's probably one of my favorite songs that is actually off this album, which is called Still God, Still Good. Hence why it's the title track of the album, because it's the same as the album, for those that are wondering. But it has this very nice meaning, but different type of feeling where it's a little bit different, but same as with a lot of other people that say, hey, you are still God, you are still good. Yeah, man, you are always good. yeah, God, I do enjoy that the direction that they that they kind of took with this song, where it's still the same direction, but it's kind of different all at the same sense. I don't really know of how to really describe it. Just, I guess, with the verses, it just felt a little bit different. It just had a new, fresh start, but also being very familiar and very similar in a lot of other aspects. If you guys enjoy some very classic Matt Redman, you get that with Better One Day, which I enjoy the rendition. I actually really do like that song. Just, it has this very nostalgic feel, and it just kind of really gets you into that worship atmosphere. There are some kind of meh songs that I may be weary of to play, like Taste and See. It has this, the worship singer is basically speaking from God's point of view, which I don't really necessarily like. I enjoy it for, say, if it's I can kind of see the point if it's like not a worship album, but this is a worship album, and that point of view is really a really hard line to cross, especially if you're just trying to have a worship type of an environment, because it's like, okay, how are we singing this, okay? Or, I mean, the intention is good, but the execution, it's weird in a sense that I'm just like, okay. Yeah, that was really the only song that was just like, I don't really enjoy this. Me and My House and Crave, I didn't really enjoy. I like the beginning before Crave, where it has a very spontaneous moment before the song. I enjoy that nice change of pace, because usually it's the song and then the spontaneous moment. I like the going into the actual song for this spontaneous moment, so spontaneous then the actual song. I really enjoy that nice change of pace. I like it when worshipers do that. It's just nice, and it has a nice change of pace, but it also, again, feels a lot bit familiar. So that's a little bit of thing for this album, where it feels different, but very borderline different, most likely a little bit more similar, but also different all at the same time. It's kind of weird. Don't know if I actually talked about the song, just kind of going everywhere with this album, which is fine, but I really do enjoy the song Peace Over You, which beforehand actually has a really nice message of Dustin Smith's dad was actually going through like cancer, I believe, or a very, very bad illness, and this song Peace Over You has almost of a different point of view, where it's actually saying from the person that is praying over that one person. So person praying over the one that is actually dealing with the illness is actually the person that is doing the prayer over, is kind of having this type of song where it's just like, hey man, I'm just gonna pray this song over you. It's different. I've never really even heard of that song. Granted, a song like that may exist. I don't really know, just based on the fact that there's a lot of worship music that is out there. It's insane. But anything that is very popular, nothing is really coming out to the top of my head. There may be songs where it's just like, hey, if you're dealing with this, we're going to be singing over you. But it's not really... This is not really like that. This is more like this is more like that song singing it to that person. And it's very interesting in that aspect. So, I mean, people may have problems with it, but then they may not have problems with it. I don't really know. Depends on what your guys' viewpoint, and if you guys actually listen to the song, of what you guys think. So, with that, overall, I think that maybe it would be better if you guys maybe check out some of these songs. Maybe add it to your playlist. I don't know. Maybe add it to your set list. I don't really know. Or, maybe listening to it on the radio. It's just, it kind of blurs that line where it's just like, maybe this is better to listen on the radio. But I do enjoy most of the songs, so maybe actually add it to your playlist. So that's going to be the final review for this. I do two playlists. There are actually some very, very enjoyable songs off this album that you guys maybe need to listen to, maybe add it to your set list. I don't really know. There may be some very, very spirit-led songs that you're just like, hey, this is really, really enjoyable. Cool. Let's do it. Or, even if it's just for your own personal life, that's also really, really cool. like on your way to church, while you're doing a Bible study, while you're just doing life. Okay, maybe add a few songs to these. Maybe you guys are dealing with something, so maybe some of these songs will actually help you. Maybe the title track, well, I don't really know. Maybe the Taste and See, maybe the Peace Over You, some of those songs. I don't really know. But of course, if you guys would, leave a like onto this video and also comment down below what you guys thought about this album. And if you guys agree with me or disagree with me, put it down in those comments. And also, music, movies, topics, you guys put it down in those comments and I will get to it, potentially, maybe, I don't really know. I've been actually really busy as of late, and stuff happens at times, so I will really try my best to get to some of these stuff. It may not be a typical review, it may be a type of reaction, I don't really know. It may be something random, okay? That's what I mean by topics, okay? Or in music, because music and topics can kind of go together, and so is movies and topics. Maybe not music and movies, even though that actually has happened. It's called a musical. Ooh. But also, if you're new here or a return visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then maybe hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. And don't forget to check out the TeeSpring store, check out the podcast, check out everything that we have here on PXH. Check out the social media at PXH Culture. Check it out, guys. New updates on stuff. Try to get better at a lot of things. I'll try to post more videos for you guys, so you guys don't have to worry about that from me. If nothing else, go on with Jesus and change the culture. Boom. Bye.